What's going on to all you Geminis? All right, so okay, so for you Geminis, right? This might be a longer video, but roll with me here. Please make sure to watch the whole video. Shout outs to you Geminis. Anyway, you Geminis have the Queen of Raphael, the Knight of Ariel, and then you Geminis have the Moon card, right? Shout outs, sorry for the loudness, but I just want to make sure. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here with you Geminis is excuse me. Queen of Raphael, Knight of Ariel, the Moon card. What's going on? Anyway, so look, right? So here's what's going on. So for you Geminis, right? A lot of you Geminis have had to go through some things emotionally, and overall there's a lot of fast-paced movement spiritually, metaphysically, spiritually, from you Geminis, with you Geminis, in you Geminis. And what I mean by that is, let me show you what I'm talking about, right? the Queen of Raphael, the Knight of Ariel, and the Moon card. All of these are about your emotions. All of these are about your mental state in connection with your emotions. And this is about how you Geminis moved from being stagnant and all over the place, right? To now in this space in your life where like it's different now, because again, like it is, I keep saying, you Geminis are feeling it. You seeing what I'm talking about. Not everybody's going to be able to go. Not everybody can do what you Geminis can do. Not everybody can. They can't, because what you Geminis are on, a lot of people ain't really on your same type of mindset. You know what I mean? Like you Geminis may try to build with people and kind of tell people what you are about, or show them a little bit about yourself, but then they don't really understand, right? Or they may want to party. And for you Geminis, there's a certain level of you thinking that, why, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause anyway, I could get deep in, I ain't even going, I get deep in that. But like a lot of you Geminis feel that way, and I know a lot of you Geminis feel that way. Obviously not all, of course not, law of averages, but I know a lot of you Geminis, off camera, on camera, and a lot of you tell me that, like, you know that people can't rock with you because because like you can socialize with others, but a lot of people can't socialize with you, because what it is that you Geminis be wanting to be good people, decent people, but people want to be bad. They want to be about that life as much as possible. They want to be dysfunctional. They want to be messed up. They want to be really out of their mind. And for you Geminis, that's not what it is that you Geminis are about at all. You're not about that. You're not about that, right? Because if you pay attention to whether it's Kendrick, whatever, you can tell even from watching Kendrick that like Geminis are trying to really be decent, and you are decent people. It's just that a lot of stuff gets misconstrued because people call themselves being upset, jealous, envious of you, right? And then at the same time, it's like they're not really understanding what it is that you Geminis are doing. You Geminis want to elevate. You Geminis want to elevate. You Geminis want to make sure that you actually get a chance to do things the way that you want to live your life. And so even more, what supersedes that is, or goes over that, is the two of Raphael and the King of Michael. which is, you know, especially, and that takes a toll on your interpersonal or romantic connection. That takes a toll on a lot of that stuff. And the reason why it is that that type of stuff takes a toll is because even romantically, like, how do you navigate stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? How do you navigate that? You feel me? Like, people will like you, keep it a secret, right? Make it hard for you to get close to them. Like, the way that people interact with each other is odd. It's odd. It's weird. You dig what I'm saying? So the King of Michael right here, the King of Michael speaks to how you Geminis, right? Very much so thought about this. But I want you Geminis to understand, right? Because the next couple of cards that I got is the Eight of Ariel, the Perspective, and the Queen of Gabriel. Excuse me. And these three cards right here I was about to say that same thing too. It is about your perspective. A lot of you Geminis don't really fret too much, right? I guess more so for some of you Geminis, it's more so like a feeling, and then you pass, right? It's a feeling that passes, and then you're just like, it is what it is. You get past through it. You continue to move on some Eight of Ariel, where you just continue on with your life doing what it is that you're doing. And then for some of you Geminis, a lot of you take it on, like, why are you by yourself type stuff. And I'm gonna be real with you, like, you by yourself because, you know, everybody has birds of a feather flock with each other. So not a lot of people gonna be able to flock to you. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why it is that people are not gonna be able to flock to you, right, like that, is because you Geminis, you know, a lot of you have different interests. And from my life experiences, people can't get into a lot of different things. Like me, like people ask me, for instance, right, to kind of give you an example of what I'm referring to. People will ask me, like, okay, what are my interests? And the truth is, I have a lot of interests. Arrows, bows and arrows, which is archery. The range, if you know what I mean, the pew pew range. I like martial arts, right? Pugilistic sports, right? Boxing and stuff like this. I love that type of stuff. I like stuff that I do for hobbies. Like I like, you know, playing on my Game Boy Advance, stuff like this, right? Old retro, you know, Pokemon, old retro games and stuff like this. And a lot of people don't know what that is, right? Like people are accustomed to basketball, and there's nothing wrong with that's what they want to do, right? If that's how they wanted to do it, if they like basketball, there's nothing wrong with it. But people can't get into those different aspects. Like you see how differing these things are, like how far away martial arts is to basketball. You feel what I'm saying? Like, is it a contact sport? Yeah, to a certain extent. But martial arts is all contact. You dig what I'm saying? It's all about contact. And sometimes I'm a little bit hungry. Sorry about that. Sometimes people from that perspective, they can get into the martial arts, but they can't get into the archery. They can't get into this. Or maybe they'll be into the archery, but they can't get into the playing the Game Boy Advance or reading. That's another thing too that I like to do. Meditating is another thing too that I like to do. So it's like, with that being said, a lot of you Geminis, you know, the perspective, it really does come down to your perspective. You can't, that has to be a feeling that ultimately passes. Because even I feel like that sometimes, where I'm just like, you know, I don't really have a friend or like a relationship mate, right? Like a significant other that can get into all of these different things with me. You feel what I'm saying? That could be in the gym with me. They more so where it's like I tried to build with some of these individuals and they not going. They not going. And it's the same thing for you. It's the same thing for you. So the Queen of Gabriel represents you Geminis, like I said, on a whole new level. And like a lot of times people will kind of laugh at that a little bit, but make no mistake about it. What I mean when I let me kind of break down the science to that. What I mean when I say that you Geminis are on a whole new level, I mean spiritually, physically, mentally. Like you will separate yourself from a lot of people because you don't know how to interact with them, and they don't know how to interact with you. Like you know how to interact with them, but they don't know how to interact with you. You understand what I'm saying? And like they don't they don't know how to interact with you. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know how to interact with you because they don't know. And why I'm so sure about that is because you still feel like they don't really see you. They can't get into, they don't share the same value systems. They don't have a lot of the same outlook on life, right? So they don't see things from the perspective. They would look at you and think you're out of your mind. And see, the Seven of Raphael and the Star card now is about how so a lot of you Geminis are out now, basically on the lookout to to find people who share this outlook on life with you, who share it with you, and the Star card represents that's one of the things that you ultimately want. Let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Star card. Four of Swords, Ace of Cups, Seven of Wands, Five of Wands, Queen of Swords. To clarify the Star card for you, Gemini. So for you, my dear Geminis, the Four of Swords and the Ace of Cups speaks to, again, right, in the Seven of Wands. Again, you could offer something powerful to somebody, give people some information, be there for people, but they won't be there for you. So a lot of you Geminis right now, y'all are doing great in y'all lives, but what I'm seeing here is y'all are going through a little bit of not a little bit of a hump where it's like you just kind of I ain't even gonna lie, this Venus retrograde has been hard on a lot of people. So don't trip out on that. Venus is about love and connection and relationships and stuff like this. So it being in retrograde, it puts more of an emphasis on that. So the feeling that you Geminis are feeling right now is valid, but at the same time, it is valid. Full stop. As well as you also have to know that nothing is worth your peace. So having friends is not worth your internal peace. If they gonna be out here trying to disrespect your peace and run your peace into the ground, why would you hang out with them? Because there's a lot more peace comparatively to if you hang out by yourself than if you hung out with a group of individuals, but then they don't understand you, and then they, the foolishness, right? You Geminis, ironically, are lions, and these people are hyenas. So the Five of Wands and the Queen of Swords now speaks to, again, because all you would end up doing is the Five of Wands, bickering and arguing. You ain't into that. You ain't into the bickering and arguing. Why would you be? And then the Queen of Swords right here speaks to how you Geminis ultimately, right, because people got vendettas with you. So it just furthermore proves my point why you Geminis got to actually go searching for people and kind of test people out. Are they willing to be spiritual, and are they faking the funk? Because like a lot of people are really lost spiritually now. A lot of people are lost spiritually who who would like, and that's part of the allure with the whole Aquarius thing. It's the fact that people want to latch on to something. Gemini, people want to become a part of being spiritually awakened and all of that, because it just shows the emphasis that a lot of people are lost. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are lost. A lot of people don't really have a perspective on themselves, and so they go to spirituality trying to get a better understanding of who they are, and they're not wrong by doing that. But the thing is that where they are wrong is by trying to fake the funk and not individualize and personalize it, because that's what spirituality means. Like, I can be spiritual, you Geminis, excuse me, could be spiritual, your friend could be spiritual, and we could be in one room and we could be dressed differently. I mean, I could be like, I could have the armbands on some Super Saiyan Broly type stuff from the anime. I could have the headband on from the anime. You could be you Geminis could be rocking city clothes, and then your friend or our friend or whatever could be dressing like retro 90s, right? And none of us is wrong, because that's literally what spirituality is about. That's what differs it from religion, because religion is strict, whereas to where spirituality is, doesn't, just because this, that, and the third does not necessarily always equate to this. So this is why you need to further inspect it to see if things are actually this way, or if they are the way that they appear to be. And so a lot of you Geminis are in a very special, powerful position, because that individuality that you have, that separation, helps you to develop that individuality. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be able to embrace who I am unless I traveled through the shame, traveled through the fear and stuff like this of being by myself. I had to understand that at some point, like, my friends ain't always gonna be there. Like, my friends is not gonna be there. You feel me? Like, they so inconsistent. And then not only that too, but I need to also learn to stand on my own 2 feet. I've been standing on my own 2 feet. But I need to learn the ropes. I need to understand the rope a dope. I need to know, you know what I'm saying, how things work a little bit more. That just because, sometimes people say that they have your back, don't mean that they'll have your back all the time. Sometimes people will leave you just like there by yourself. And you gotta hold your own. So that's pretty much it though, Gemini. I hope y'all took that piece of game in. Hope y'all learned something. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to actually grow the YouTube channel, right? For some reason, I'm stuck on 20,146. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. See you tomorrow or Saturday. But, oh yeah, come through and get a personal reading from me as well. The link to that is in the comment section below. Peace.